Hi, welcome to Tech Time. Today we are going to be talking about G Suite, as many people know it, or pretty simply, Google Apps. So, what are Google Apps? What's the purpose of them? We're going to discuss all of that on today's Tech Time. So, for our first look at Google Apps, let's talk about where we find them. Now, anyone who has a Gmail account, that is an account with Google, you have access to the Google Apps. There are many different apps available to you that you can use as part of having a Gmail account. So to find these, we just simply go to Google, and when we are on the Google site, in the upper right hand corner, we have some buttons here that are of great importance to us. The first one, of course, takes us straight into our Gmail. The other one will do an image search in Google. And then we have these nice little squares. It's a group of squares, and you'll see that when I hover over, I get the little finger that shows Google Apps underneath. So when we click on that, a drop-down menu appears listing all the different G Suite items that are available. Of course, we can go and check our Google account, which is what ties everything that we do through Google together. So our search history, our access to YouTube, Google Play Store, everything is connected through the Google account. So basically, whenever you sign up for Gmail, you're creating a Google account. Now, let's take a moment to look at some of these things that are available. So, besides our account, we also have our Google search, which is the search page, and Google Maps, which is a nice helpful tool that we can utilize anytime we need. Many of you who have a cell phone already have access to Google Maps, but we can access it on the browser just as easily. Of course, it shows you where you are. You can look for things if you know the address, search Google Maps to find it, and you can even use this to help you find directions. For example, let's say I want to know how to get to Grants. And let's go with Grants High School. Why not? So by typing in Grants High School into the search, it's going to pull up all the Google information it has on Grants High School, and it's going to show me on my map here where it is. I can zoom in or out so I can get a better picture of where it is in relation to the city of Grants. Those who are familiar with Grants already know where it is, but let's say I'm in Gallup. I have a child who is going to be playing some sort of sporting event at Grants High School, and I don't know how to get there. So I can ask for directions, and then it will create a path based on where I am now, or I can choose a location if I'm going to travel from somewhere else, and then tell me how to get there. I can even have the directions sent to my phone, which is why it's important to have your Google account whenever you have a cell phone connected there as well, because the two work really well together when you're going from browser to phone to browser. Okay, if I click on the details, it will show me the exact details I need to get where I'm going to go. So I need to get onto I-40, and etc. So a nice little tool feature that is part of Google. Let's go ahead and return to our Google page. Google Maps, definitely a fun thing to play with, because you can also utilize Google Earth, which will give you a street view of everything that is there. So if I wanted to, I could look at Grants High School. Let's talk about the Play Store, Google Play. So it's an important feature that comes with your Google account, because This is what's going to allow you to get more things outside of Google for your device, whether it's your phone or a tablet or a computer that allows you to download apps. So let's just take a quick look at the Play Store. So in the Google Play Store, you have access to different entertainment options, such as being able to download new movies, or movies that you want to rent, older movies, and they're all listed here. Music, if you're interested in music, you can download music, albums or singles, it's all here. You just gotta search for whatever it is that interests you. We can also look for books, and you can download ebooks that you can then read on your device. You want to purchase them. If you're looking for free options to ebooks, make sure you check out our video on how to use the library's ebooks and the audiobooks online. Apps is going to be the biggest reason to go to Google Play. Again, this is where you get things, shortcuts, easier ways to access certain things from your devices. Doesn't work too well on computers that utilize the browser because it's meant to have you download apps to a device that allows you to then open that app to access whatever it is, such as Facebook or Snapchat or TikTok or some of the others. And what it shows you is just a preview of things that you might be interested in. Doesn't mean that that's all there is for you to download. You can always search for a certain app that you're looking for and download it. You also want to pay attention to whether the app is free or a paid app. Most apps you're going to encounter are going to be free. There are a few out there that are not free that you have to pay for, which as part of your Google account, you can set up your credit card so that you can make purchases through the Google Play Store, send money to people utilizing their money app, or have it available just for anything else that might use a credit card while you're using Google's different apps that are available. But feel free to take a look, see what's here. There are categories of apps. There's new releases, new apps that are coming out all the time. Or, as I mentioned, you can just search. Again, this is also available on your personal device, your phone or your tablet. And once you access it from your phone or tablet, you can physically download any of these apps to that device if it's something that you want to use. Okay, let's revert back to our starting screen here and look at some of these other apps that are available. Google News will take you to the website that has various news stories that are, I'm not going to say sponsored by Google, but kind of like the top stories that Google has found for you. And they come from different organizations, like this one's from CNN. We got this one from CNBC, Politico, Mercury News. So there's a variety, and you can also look at what type of news you're interested in. So if you're not interested in like politics or world news, you can look for local news, entertainment news, sports news, anything that is going to make you happy. Now some of the more hefty apps that are on here. Of course, we have our Google Drive, YouTube, Calendar, Photos, and Meet. There are more down here, and feel free to explore some of these on your own. We'll talk about some of these, but believe it or not, there are so many apps on here we cannot talk about all of them. That's why we're just kind of doing a highlight of some of the ones that you'll probably end up using at one point or another. So we should all be familiar with YouTube. I'm not going to take us there today, but when you have a Google account and you connect it with YouTube, it will save your viewing history for YouTube videos, as well as allow you to upload and create your own channel for presenting videos. And we'll have videos showing you how to do more of that later on. We've talked about Google Drive in a previous video, but just to show you again, Google Drive is where anything that you want stored on the cloud can be stored. Any kind of file, so videos, pictures, documents, as long as it is a file, it can be uploaded and stored in your Google Drive on the cloud, which also means you can access it from anywhere. As long as you can sign into your Gmail, you can access this Google Drive information. Google Calendar is another important tool to have. With Google Calendar, you can make and set appointments. It doesn't have to be an appointment though. It can be a party. Schedule a party with people. And I know social distancing is an important thing right now, so it doesn't even have to be a physical party. You could schedule a virtual party. And when you schedule a virtual party, you can also use Google Meet to run that party. We'll talk about Google Meet in just a moment. So the calendar allows you to switch between day view, week view, month view, year view, schedule things. I like to use the month view because it gives me a better picture of everything that's available. When you want to set up a activity of some sort, you just click on the day. It'll pull up a drop down box and then allow you to create this, whatever it is. So if it's a party, you can say, virtual party. If it's an appointment, you can tell it, this is an appointment. If it's just a reminder, you can switch that over and then just have it remind you about something that you need to do. Go to the grocery store, feed the pets, take care of somebody, pick up a child, whatever it might be. Just fill in the information and then it will place that on your calendar. Then when the time comes, you can be reminded through your phone, again if it's connected. It'll beep on your phone reminding you about this event or whatever it might be. So let's just do one really quick. I am going to go to more options so that I get the full screen. This is where I can change anything and everything I want. And see this little button here? If you're going to do a virtual get together, you can arrange it through Google Meet, meaning anyone who you invite that also has a Google account, and even if they don't have a Google account, they should be able to access the meeting, but it's a lot easier if they do have a Google account. So you can add that as what's going to happen. That way, when you invite your guests, which you can add your guests here, the other people involved, it will send them a calendar request saying that they've been invited to this event and whether or not they are going to accept. So they can say yes, no, or maybe. Now if we add Google Meet as an option when we send this request, they will get a link to the virtual meeting spot, so that when the time comes, all they have to do is open their calendar. The link will be there. They click on the link. It'll open up Google Meet and take them to the video conference. Very simple. I know it sounds complicated, but it's actually very simple. Just a few clicks, you don't have to worry. Okay, let's go ahead and get out of this. Now, Google Photos is very much like Google Drive. It's just a cloud space for your pictures, and you can store as many pictures there as the space will allow you to. I believe between Google Drive and Google Photos, you have 15 gigabytes of space. So once you use your 15 gigabytes, you can purchase more from Google, or you can just start, deleting some things. Just like when you reach your capacity on your phone, there's a time where you need to start looking through and saying, okay, what can I keep? What can I save somewhere else? And go from there. So with Google Photos, you can create albums. Like, this is my 2020 vacation or staycation. This was graduation. This was a wedding. You can create the album specific to the event and then organize the pictures into each album. You can also share all of this. So if you say go to a party somewhere and you're taking pictures and you want to share those pictures with other people who were there, all you would need to do is upload the pictures into this spot, into an album, share that album. So all you need is your email address, and then they can come in and look at the pictures, and even if you give them permission, take pictures and save them in their own account, so they have access to them. All right. Again, Google Meet is one of the things that we talked about as being an important feature and a great app to have from the Google family. Google Meet is just like Zoom, but kind of a simpler version of it. So when you open up Google Meet, you're given two options: start a meeting or enter the meeting code of another meeting so you can join it. That's it. No special things. So if you're going to start a meeting, you just click there, and then it will start enabling everything to allow you to go in and do this meeting. Now, I'm utilizing the computer's camera and microphone right now, so it's not going to let me use it for the meeting. But once you get through all the little windows that pops up, you can get the meeting code, which is here. Send that to other people. Once people have joined your meeting, you can present your screen to them if you want to. You can just sit and chat. That's it. There isn't a whole lot of controls, a lot of messing around with things. It's just a quick and easy way to have a group chat or a meeting. And again, you don't have to create any accounts because it's already attached to your Google account. All right, there's a lot of other apps here. Hangouts is a chat app. Contacts, great place to add contact information, because once it's there, you can enable that on your like home device, like your phone or tablet, and those contacts will be there as well. You can do blogging if you're interested in blogging, and there's all sorts of other apps, programs like Google Docs, Google Sheets, and Google Slides. We have a video up on how to use Google Docs, but stay tuned because we'll be putting out videos on Google Sheets and Google Slides very soon. So all these apps are accessible through your Google account. So my best advice to you is open it up, take a look, and play with it. See what you encounter. Well, thank you for listening. Check out our other videos.